Now, I'm not a religious person, but I recently heard a quote that felt quite fitting. In order to get through heaven, sometimes you might have to walk through hell.
Oh, brilliant racing. Oh, I missed the gear. Oh, we're coming back. Oh my God.
6 months ago, we were promised a sim racing heaven, and 3 months later, we were sent straight into a form of sim racing hell. What was broken? Everything. What annoyed me about it? Everything. What did the community have to say about it? Many, many not very nice and many, many very evil things. Were we entitled to these frustrations? Absolutely. Were they addressed? Barely. One single statement on the day of release.
Shifters up here. I haven't checked out Daytona again.
But now, just 3 months later, LMDH Physics, fixed and quickly becoming the apparent favourite group of the PMR online community. GT3 handling, fixed and improving daily with each tweak and understanding of setups and tyres. Penalty system, fixed, genuinely quite generous and overall 1 million times better than the absolute lack of a system at launch. AI racecraft, not quite fixed, but without a doubt it's improved. Consistency from the front of the grid seems to struggle. Multiplayer stability, again, not quite fixed, but getting so close. Consoles still seem to have it the best, PC has it the worst, but PC, Xbox and PS5 alone seem to be the best thing to do with custom lobbies. My personal experience now with disconnects has greatly improved with 1.6 and the 1.61 updates. Ranked multiplayer still has many steps to take before it can be considered a proper, competent, consistent and legitimate sim racing esports platform. But a lack of community isn't helping with the player's skill level spread. There are still many, many basic features and way of life aspects this game should have had at launch. Simple things like more custom options for the HUD, more display options like basic exposure, contrast and saturation settings, telemetry in the goddamn replays, because without the telemetry, there is no point in even trying to save or investigate a replay. And speaking of saving replays, or even viewing them for that matter, it would be nice if consoles could at least save a replay. But overall, let's absolutely acknowledge that the game has come a long, long way since that fateful launch in late November. There is a longer list of improvements since launch than there is a list of things that still need fixed. Neither list is ideal, but the fact that the improvements keep coming thick and fast means that things are yet to be addressed will surely be dealt with soon. But anyone who tries to deny that the devs haven't improved the game is either blind or stupid. Also quite possibly, and most likely, just an outright hater related to previous indiscretions of certain guilty parties. So what's the point of this video? It's not a review, it's not a re-review, it's not an I have played 600 hours of this game and know what I'm talking about opinion piece either. It's my official recommendation to those who have yet to commit, to those who have given up, and to those who are outright haters. It's my personal experience only, and that might not mean much to many, but I know many who still respect my opinions regardless of how I express them. I know many who were waiting for my official call to say, yeah, invest your hard-earned money into this. I know many, and I mean many, who are just haters, and this video will have zero effect on them. They probably tuned out when they realised that this isn't a hit piece, and we all know YouTube loves a good hit piece. Regardless of how little the person knows, or even reviewed the game, influence and sub count is knowledge, people. So now I'm officially saying get the game. But a lot of things need to happen before that can become a reality for a lot of people. The trust has gone for so many, chipped out others who still had faith, and in many was never there to begin with. And that is where I get to the point of this video. The way to turn public perception around. Sim racing audiences are passionate but fair. If the developers clearly show improvement, support competitive racing seriously, and communicate openly, YouTube sentiment will gradually flip. If Project Motor Racing wants to shift YouTube sentiment and earn more positive reviews, the focus needs to be on perception, consistency, and community trust, especially in the sim racing world, where word of mouth is everything. That's why this could be the redemption of Project Motor Racing. If Project Motor Racing wants to shift YouTube sentiment and earn more positive reviews, the focus needs to be on perception, consistency, and community trust, especially in the sim racing world. Fix the first impression problem. On YouTube, reputation is built around the launch. Broken. Influencer early impressions. Horrible. Viral is this broken clips. Absolutely everywhere. If the launch was rough, and it was, then the game needs a clear redemption narrative. What to do? Release a major new era or Spec 2.0 update with a strong marketing push. Explicitly showcase improvements to physics, AI, multiplayer stability, and force feedback. Create side-by-side comparisons, launch versus now. Games like No Man's Sky, Cyberpunk 2077, and Fallout 76 dramatically improved public perception by controlling the redemption narrative. Sim racing lives and dies on YouTube creators. You need to win over the sim racing influencers, of which this game is quickly running out of. If respected creators say it's improved massively, perception changes fast. Target the hardcore sim creators, especially those who savage the release. League racers, wheel hardware reviewers, competitive esport racers. Have a strategy like early access to major updates, private test servers for creators, transparent dev Q&A sessions, creator exclusive events. When creators feel heard, they become advocates instead of critics. My content alone can really prove to that, and so can others. Shout out. Improve multiplayer stability. Nothing kills reputation like broken lobbies, desync, bad penalty systems, poor matchmaking, disconnects. If online is inconsistent, YouTube clips amplify it. I myself have done that. If the devs focused on ranked mode with visible progression, transparent safety rating systems, anti-cheat software, regular server maintenance. Look at how iRacing built its reputation. Structure, seriousness, and competitive integrity. Become a modern live service game. Silence equals speculation, speculation equals negativity, and we have more than enough of negativity. They should publish a clear 3 to 6 month roadmap, do monthly dev updates, publicly acknowledge mistakes, show in-progress improvements. Studios behind games like ACC and LMU earned respect by being transparent with physics updates and patch explanations. Make the game content friendly. YouTube visibility increases if the game is fun to watch. Improve the broadcast camera angles, replay tools with telemetry, highlight export features, spectator mode, built-in race recap clips. If content creators can easily make cinematic content, the game gets free marketing, and I absolutely miss making edits where I could splice race and replay footage. Add high excitement content. Sim racers love realism, but YouTube loves drama, and this game is built around drama. Add iconic tracks, highly requested GT3 hypercar updates, which they have, special limited time events, community challenges. The more headline worthy the update, the more coverage it gets. Address the handling debate head on. In sim racing, handling feel is everything. If there's criticism about floaty physics, weak force feedback, unpredictable tyres, they should publish detailed physics blogs, partner with real drivers for validation, share telemetry comparisons. Authenticity builds credibility. Improve the stream review strategy. If reviews are mixed, ask satisfied players like myself to post update to leave reviews. Highlight positive review milestones. Find the smaller content creators who still support the game. Show live stream footage of high energy, intense racing from lobbies, ranked and career. Community engagement equals reputation insurances. Host dev versus community races, league and creator spotlight streams, community car livery competitions and vote systems for new liveries. If players feel invested, they defend the game online. The core strategy. If I boiled it down to one formula that included all the ingredients needed here, stability, plus transparency, plus influencer validation, plus big redemption update equals reputation shift. Sim racing audiences are passionate but fair. If the developers clearly show improvement, support competitive racing seriously, and communicate openly, YouTube sentiment will gradually flip. Number 10, reduce the cost. Reduce the overall cost of the base game to at least 50% off, 30 to 50% off. Reduce the cost of the Deluxe version of the game by 40%. Reduce the cost of the Season Pass by 50%. If this gets packaged with a Spec 2.0 update, the amount of goodwill and curiosity generated will be more than it has so far. The 1.7 update. Now, just as an added note, in the time I've been editing, researching, and writing up the script for this video, the 1.7 update dropped overnight. And amongst a plethora of improvements, the GT4 class was overhauled, just like the previous adjustments to the GT3 class. To emphasize a few of these points that I've just made here, the developers released a free DLC car in the Ford FG V8 supercar, and it is absolutely phenomenal to drive. Sounds incredible and belongs in this game on the mighty Mount Panorama. If they can keep these little free updates coming between major updates or packaged with the major updates, they are already generating the type of positive PR I'm trying to change here.